From one NFL stadium to another, the UNLV Rebels are going bowling and are headed to SoFi Stadium for the Art of Sport LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. The Scarlet and Gray finished the regular season at 10-2 and played in a second consecutive Mountain West championship game. Now the Rebels enter their bowl matchup against the California Golden Bears, ranked 24th in the college football playoff rankings. Hi, I'm Karlie Drew here in the Mountain West Network studio with this Bowl Blitz, and now I'm pleased to be joined by the voice of the Rebels, Matt Neverett. Matt, thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely, Karlie. Happy to help recap this season any way I can.
Matt, the Rebels will be led by the interim head coach, Del Alexander. What have you seen from the team so far, and what makes you optimistic that they will play as the same Rebels that we've seen all season long?
Well, I don't know if Coach would want me to bring this up, but he is one of the elder statesmen among this coaching staff. He's in his third separate stint with this UNLV program, so he's seen where this program has been from the bottom of the bottom to now just about near the top of the top. And he's done a great job leading this wide receivers group all season long, really these last 2 years after being hired by Barry Odom. And he has given up wide receiver coaching duties for this bowl game. He is focused in the short spurt on being the head coach of the UNLV Rebels. He's done a great job of galvanizing this locker room. Both him and the athletic director, Eric Harper, have done a phenomenal job of keeping the band together. Just about everybody is expected to play in the LA Bowl for UNLV. And as you and I know, Karlie, that is not the norm for teams that lose a head coach this time of year. So Coach Del Alexander has done a great job of keeping everybody focused, keeping everybody on the same page. The one word that's been thrown around the facility all week this week: finish.
The Bears finished their season 6-6 and are tied with UNLV with 22 forced turnovers. That puts both teams at the 16th spot in the nation. I guess, what do the Rebels need to do on both sides of the ball to come away with a win?
Well, you alluded to it right there. Continue to take care of the footballs. He's taking over after 3 games. Malik Williams under center has done a great job of being not only efficient, but being able to throw it away when needed to, being able to use the legs to escape pressure. He's thrown 5 interceptions over that entire span, and he has been one of the most efficient quarterbacks, not only in the Mountain West Conference, but in the entire FBS. And on defense, continue to be a ball hawk. You got Jalen Catalon and Jackson Woodard, who are among the top 20 in the country in interceptions. Woodard among the top 3 in the Mountain West in terms of pass breakups. A really flexible defensive backfield for UNLV is going to need to be continuing that trend here in this bowl game. We're going to see a lot of different bodies. You got Cam Oliver, who has the most career interceptions of any Mountain West defensive back, almost taking a back seat. We don't see him a lot until the second half. That speaks to the team mentality of this UNLV team, and especially on the defensive side if you focus in on that defensive backfield.
Yeah, and Matt, this bowl game has to mean so much to this Rebels team. Some of the most impactful players are seniors this year. So what sort of legacy do you think they'll be leaving behind as they get ready to play in this final bowl game as a Rebel?
Yeah, this UNLV team gets leadership from just about everywhere, up and down the depth chart, but a lot of it, as you had said, starts and ends with the seniors, especially the captains. I'm thinking about Jackson Woodard especially. He was a guy that followed Barry Odom from Arkansas, and in a short time here at UNLV has really supplanted himself as one of the best leaders in the history of UNLV football. He was the school's first ever academic All-American. He was a Campbell Trophy finalist, which is basically the academic Heisman. And he is just such a vocal and unspoken leader, just by his actions all around the facility. Guys like Jacob DeJesus and Ricky White, who were returning All-Americans who had offers to play elsewhere before this season, but came back and wanted to leave their legacy. And, some of the unspoken guys, Jonathan Baldwin is a senior captain, but it's really hard to draw some information out of him sometimes. But he is a leader of men. You got Malik Williams, who was named as a captain for the bowl game, taking over in the 4th game of the year and making this team his own. Of course, there's going to be a lot of guys that stick around, it looks like, and a lot of those guys are going to be the future leaders of this team. But really, those 4 guys that I had mentioned, Woodard, White, DeJesus, and Baldwin, have been the 4 leaders of this team, with Malik Williams coming in and taking over midseason as well in that role.
Matt, thank you so much. We truly appreciate your insight. Happy holidays and safe travels to Inglewood.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to getting back inside. Go Rebels.
Everyone, that's Matt Neverett, the voice of the UNLV Rebels. You can catch UNLV and Cal in the Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk on Wednesday, December 18th. Kickoff from SoFi Stadium is set for 6 p.m. Pacific time and will be televised on ESPN. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Karlie Drew.